Well, planning the season is actually the fun part of my job. It is the funnest part of my job. I do lots of things, but planning the season is the very best part of it. I travel a lot. I go to various festivals. I go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival every year. I travel to the Magnetic North Theatre Festival, Festival Théâtre des Amériques. I go to a wonderful festival in New York in January called Under the Radar, and I see a lot of work, and I go to a lot of things in the Lower Mainland. I see a lot of work, and then, you know, once you've seen a whole bunch of amazing music and dance and theater, some things just kind of stay with you. And when they stay with me, I really start to think about, okay, so is this something that the people who live in the Lower Mainland really, really need to see at the Cultch? That's a huge consideration for me. And then the pieces kind of start to sort of pull themselves out, and I start to put them together. For example, you know, balancing how much dance we have to how much theater and music. With music, we really are going after a genre of music that incorporates a multidisciplinary approach with some dance maybe or some theatrical elements to it. And then I want diversity in the work. That is perhaps the most important thing to me, that we have something for everyone. That, you know, there's light, there's transformative, there's dark, there's fun, there's celebration, there's meaning, there's sometimes a political commentary going on, so that we can really appeal to different audiences. There isn't one Cultch audience, there's a whole bunch of them. And so when I'm putting the season together, I'm really trying to get that diversity and balance having, you know, really risky work. When we premiere work, we don't have a chance to see it first. So you know, that is perhaps the riskiest work that we do, balancing local companies with companies from across Canada, companies from across Canada, and international companies as well. So, you know, a good example is what we're doing at Christmas. So we have something very traditional, our Dylan Thomas piece in the Historic Theatre, and then we have something a little wackier, Cinderella, our East Van Panto, going on at the York Theatre. So, you know, there's two very different celebratory pieces for the holiday season. So yeah, it's like that. I really try to touch all kinds of bases, from really experimental work to say things that are more accessible, like musicals. We're doing a lot of musicals this year. It just works out that way sometimes, that themes develop. And this year it really has been the musical, and also bringing back some work that Vancouver has seen before, some revivals of previous presentations here at the Cultch and in other parts of the city, work that really deserves to be seen again, and provides the artists with a second opportunity to go into their work, to put tours together in different parts of the country. So yeah, you can see some of your favorites again in the 14-15 season. After the planning, then you have to put, you know, can we actually afford this? So you have those hard conversations about what is it going to take financially and logistically to get a company that's on tour, for example, here as part of their tour, to make all their other dates work with all their other presenters. Same thing with the local companies, you know, especially the dance companies. The dancers all work in 4 or 5 different companies, and availability, and so are the dates going to work? Is the money going to work? It's a great big puzzle that we have to put together. That part is really fun. And then once we got that done, we have to make it work so you guys, the subscribers, the patrons, can all understand what it is we're offering you. So we have to create those order forms and be able to tell you a little bit about each of the shows, and collect that information and the photographs, and take some photographs for new work. So it's just like, it involves, at least 10 people in the office, all of us working on various bits of calendars and graphics and website, and all of that stuff has to be all put together so that we can actually reach this day when we can announce the season.